welcome back to Random Romania again. Here I am with Calin, who's come back from Canada. He's a Romanian who's lived in Canada for 20 plus years, I believe, and he's decided to come back to Romania. We've been talking for many months already because he found our YouTube channel and got interested in the community I'm building, and now he's getting involved in the community. So I just wanted to introduce Calin to the viewers, and I'll let him explain his history a bit and what got him interested. So before we start on the video, a quick word from our sponsor. This is a word about our sponsor. This is what they build. This is a solar power system. It uses upcycled EV batteries, these large inverters. You can connect a load of solar panels to this. It's even got an EV charger here, which has probably been charging that Tesla. So this is a great thing if you've got a problem with your grid quality or grid stability. This is if you put the full rack of batteries in here, you can put a serious size industrial unit on this, and it will power a lot of equipment. Anyway, on with the video. Tell me a little bit about your history, Calin, and why you left Romania, why you moved to Canada, and why you've decided to come back to Romania, and some approximate time frames.
Okay, yeah, we left, when I'm saying we, it's my family, the wife and the kid. We've moved out of Romania in '97. Back then there were what we call sometimes dark times. It was pretty soon after the change in '89. We didn't have many options of surviving decently, let's say, in Bucharest. That's where we were living at the time. So we decided to go there. It was not a very well planned move, but it turned out to be fine. We've done fine. We've done pretty decently there. But lately things have not worked out very well in the, let's say, not necessarily only in Canada, the Western world. There are changes that are impacting everybody's lives. I was telling Ed yesterday or 2 days ago, when we went there in the end of the 90s, there was a Yahoo group that was set up by some Romanians who had moved to Canada, and it was called Escape from Romania. And funny enough, I was thinking, you know what, here's the time where you can say escape to Romania. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the reasons we're thinking we're moving. So yeah, it looks like it's time for that to happen, at least for us, for my family. Although we've been talking with lots of other friends we have back in Canada, acquaintances, mostly our generation, and I think it's. I shouldn't be generalizing this. I mean, not everybody will want to move back at this point in time. It depends on everybody's situation. But things are not improving there for people like us, at least. So we have this option. And sorry, go ahead.
And sorry, I want to move along a bit. So when you found I think you said your wife found our YouTube channel. What was it that got your attention? What did you find interesting?
The idea of a community, the community of like-minded people. Mm-hmm. Basically, your idea, your concepts about this community is very, very well aligned with our concept. Yes. And our ideas about having a community to live in, a small community, not a yes. Like a few families that will think along the same lines in terms of, among other things, self-sustainability, growing your own food as much as possible, having a decent comfort while living in the countryside, mm-hmm. Close to nature. This is one of the main ideas for us, living as close to nature
and being around like-minded people.
That's because if you didn't want that, you could move anywhere in the country.
Okay, I want to make a point here for people who are following, relating to who are interested in the community and are wondering why we haven't had an update. We kind of got stuck with the zoning of the land. So this is how to make the lots for the potential members, people who are buying the property, and the change of use on the land, planning permission, building permission, this kind of thing. And basically, Calin here has decided to join the community and get involved in the project management of all these things. It's pretty simple. I've got all the contacts to get these things done, but they're all people who have businesses, lives, families, this kind of thing. They can help me with all the advice and information I need, but it needed someone here who's Romanian who can take control of that side of things, and that's what Calin's going to do.
Yeah, I'm the liaison guy.
Yes, so this is a great. This was actually someone I was looking for, and now apparently have found. So this is where we're at. So anybody else wanting more detailed information about how this community is developing, just ask in the comments ask in the comments for more information, and we'll give you contact details and send you some more information across. Anyway, back onto your story, Calin. What are the things that you really appreciate here that you over being in Canada?
The same things I've always appreciated about our country. I might sound a bit over patriotic, but it's if you live a very long time outside the country, you can't not miss it. And it's not necessarily happening to me; it's happening to everybody. But there are so many good things about what we have here. When we went, going back a bit in time, when we landed in Canada, we've found a totally different reality than from the one you're seeing in the movies. So the lifestyle is different there. Anyway, so
that's a very interesting thing you said there. I'm curious. So you had this idea of what the West was like from watching Western movies when you're in Romania, and then when you got there, it wasn't as you imagined it.
What a big surprise!
Yeah, I mean, but people don't realise that a lot of people watch the movies and think that's the reality. But what was different? What was the surprise?
Back then, a little diversion. Back then, there was no internet. We had almost no information about what to expect when we go to Western country. So we've been living our lives here. We only knew what's outside from what we were seeing on TV, basically, and movies. And it's like there's a kind of old saying. It's one thing to be an immigrant and another thing to be a tourist. So when you watch a place with tourist eyes, it looks nice. When you get there, it's not that easy to make a living. It's tough. It's tough. Starting a new life in a different place, in a foreign place, it's very tough. We were lucky. I can't complain about that. Well, luck doesn't mean it's not only luck. We were kind of prepared.
When you got to Canada, I guess you got jobs. You lived there some significant time. How long was it in total? 25 years?
27 years almost.
Almost 27 years.
Almost 27 years. Yeah.
Okay, so my question was, when you came back here, I know you've come back to Romania before, but what are the things you like about Romania? Like if you said what are the things you most like about Romania versus Canada, what would those things be?
Tradition.
Yeah.
The local tradition. Food, people's behavior, and
in what way?
People are warm.
Yes.
Versus, well, it's not necessarily these days. I've noticed this is one of the not so nice things to notice about what's changed in Romania since we left. We've been visiting. We've been visiting frequently, but in the last 10 years or so, I've noticed, and it's not myself. There's a kind of a disconnect. So you leave the country in the 90s, and then you live there. You get used to living there, and then when you come back and you expect the same kind of attitude from people and behavior, and you're noticing, oh, you know what, things have changed. Well, it's to be expected, of course.
Yes.
But I find that nowadays we have more in common with people we've lived for the last 20 something years than with people that are living here. So we share the language. It's something that will always be there.
Let me check I understand this correctly. So basically, you're saying that the people you live with in Canada, your friends and family and contacts and things out there, you get along with them there. You don't want to stay in Canada for a whole bunch of other reasons, but when you come back here, you can't quite connect with the people here in the way you used to be able to. Is that right?
Yeah. That's
the reason I picked up on that point is because I feel exactly the same about England. And it's like I'm obviously not a Romanian, but from people I talk to in England now, I struggle to connect with them because I've spent so much of my time living out here and living a completely different life. That's pretty interesting.
That's one of the common things. I mean,
this is what I was saying about the community thing. It's like I think people will relate to that because they don't want to stay where they are. They don't want to come and just move to Romania and live on their own. The idea of being around a bunch of people who've had similar experiences.
Yeah. So
I personally, I love living out in the countryside here. It's beautiful. The weather's nice. It's safe. The food is fantastic. Fresh air, nature, and all that. But all the sort of people who are into computers and technology and all that kind of stuff that I'm into, they all go to the cities, right? So this is, as I said to you, I want to try and get some people around us so we can do some of these other projects I want to get involved in. So you were saying something we've already discussed about the type of people you want to have around you, because for me, I've got this idea of more YouTube content that will relate to how we build the community and how it's going to work. Like things like the solar power system actually it's already partially functioning. Things like that. We want to explain everything we do and share it so other people can either copy it or just come and join our community. And I'm curious what kind of things you'd be looking for in the kind of people. I mean, actually, you can probably reach out to other Romanians. You can say to other Romanians.
Yeah, more or less.
The kind of what kind of people would you be looking for?
So the social aspect of this move is very important, if not the most important in this change of living environment, because you can live in the country. I mean, we want to live in the countryside. We know people, we know families who have moved back and they're living in cities in Romania. We know we do know 2 families. My wife and I, we wouldn't want to be living in a city, especially big cities. We want to live in the countryside, and that's why your land's position is ideal. Plus, there's one other plus I told you about initially. There's plenty of sun here. Going back a bit in time, not in time. In Canada, the weather is not that nice. I miss the winters are grim. It's cold. It's dark. Almost. You go weeks without seeing the sun.
You're speaking to an English person, so I can completely relate to this. So where my land is on the southern side of the Carpathians, like the guy who built the cabin, he lives the other side of the mountains, and he's always amazed at how sunny it is at my place when it's cloudy. So I get a lot of, where our land is gets a lot of sunshine, which is very cool.
The location is one of the, again, it's not the first, the main reason. The main reason is the social aspect, but the location is probably the second most important aspect. You have sun here, you have a beautiful weather. You're close to a small city, not very close, but not very far.
Yes.
And you have this balance, and it's very important to have this balance. So
also, when you go north from us, 40, 50 kilometers north, you're in the wilderness, like with bears mountains and stuff like that. Mountains,
yeah.
That's very cool.
That's why I've been missing for so many years.
Yes.
Mountains. So aside from the social aspect, it's important to have around you people you get along with, and you have the same mindset, let's say, and the same not necessarily hobbies, life
I think also the idea of being able to just go out and leave your car unlocked and your door open and not worry about it because you're in a closed community is cool as well. I think that's something important for me. It's not that Romania in the countryside is very safe, but it's not, you can't leave your car open on the street like you can in some countries. So,
and you know, it's funny you're mentioning this because going back, so when we went there, we've met somebody and we had some help, let's say friends helping us, friends having been living there for a few years before us, and one of them, we didn't have a car at the beginning, and one of the friends, well, the acquaintances, took us in his car, and we went to a mall, again 98 probably. We get out of the car, we went into the mall.
Sorry, where was this?
In Canada.
Oh, in Canada, okay.
And then he doesn't lock the car, and he said, "Hey, you forgot to lock the car." "No, we're in Canada." "Oh, great."
Uh-huh.
If you nowadays, if you do that,
Yes.
you're not going to have the same experience
Yes.
of safety.
You're not going to have the car.
You can have a car, it's fine, but
No, I mean you're not going to have the car when you come back. If you leave the keys.
well, you may have the car, but not what you left
Not what's
inside.
in it, yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you like Romania is one of the nice things. I was always surprised when I came here, when I first came here back in 2001, was that kids can walk to school and stuff like that, and it's not a bother. Like you didn't see that in England in that time. People stopped letting their kids walk to school on their own, and those kind of things I always thought were cool. But yeah, this is a thing that I like. I can't really trust any of my neighbours to look after my house if I decide to go away for a few days. Not because they're not nice people; they just won't take it seriously. You know, you can't find. Like, I need you to do this. It's very important you do this, this and this. And I'm going to be away 2 weeks and you're away 2 days. You call back and the guy doesn't answer the phone or something. Just, not because they're not nice, just because they don't take things seriously enough, you know. So I kind of like this. This is an important thing to me. And I think same to you, for you, yeah.
Yeah, so safety is a very important aspect. And when you live in a community, no matter how small it is, the smaller the better from the point of view of the security. I mean, feeling safe in a small community, because like you're saying, you can live and you know that your neighbors will watch your
Yes.
property, and this is a very important and very nice aspect of the life we found there. It's called neighborhood watch, and you can see this on many signs on streets. Neighborhood watch, that tells a potential intruder, let's say, be careful, we're watching the street. I mean, meaning the neighbors.
We had that in England, but it works for a while, but of course it can be overwhelmed if it's not taken seriously.
It's very effective. We've experienced that on our own. I mean, and it's something. It gives you a very warm feeling, knowing that I'll be away. I'll be on vacation for 2 weeks,
Yes.
but these neighbors across the street, willingly or unwillingly, they will look at what's happening in the street, and we watch for each other. Mm-hmm. That's why the idea that the community is crucial. The idea of having a community, it's providing a lot of benefits that you don't have when you live on your own in the countryside or wherever you want.
Yes.
Not in Romania, not in Canada, not anywhere.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, and thanks for making contact and coming. We didn't point this out, actually. You came all the way here to meet me, didn't you? That was
meet you and make this project happen.
Yes, we like to hear that.
Yeah.
So we're moving again, and all is good, and thanks again.
Yeah,
Very cool.
You, Ed. Yeah, thank you, Ed, for setting up for us and for future members.
Okay, so that's Calin for you, and just to recap, Calin's going to be joining us to help move the whole community project forward, and will be basically project managing the Romanian side of the planning and building operations, along with a bunch of other contacts that I have. And if you're interested in the community, please comment below the video, and I'll send you contact details so we can keep you updated on progress. So, since making this video, Calin has decided he's got to stay in Canada a bit longer than he originally planned. And also, having evaluated everything we've got to do for the whole planning situation, it seems like it's going to work much better with him actually here. So we're still deciding exactly how we're going to proceed. I just wanted to let you know about that, but check back in a few weeks and we should have an update on exactly what's going on. Or if you comment under the video, ask me for my email address, you can email me directly and I'll keep you up to date with very bang up to date information on our progress. Thanks and bye for now.